Greetings. Today we would like to speak about various subjects. We feel it is pertinent to what is taking place on your earth plane at this time. First, we will address the subject of divine feminine and divine masculine and the gender confusion that seems to be prevailing on your plane in your year 2023. The energies of all that is and Sophia are the original source of the masculine and feminine aspect of the Creator. In this awareness and from this original understanding, all energies birthed have been birthed to have either the polarity of feminine or masculine energies. All planets, even your sun, have been identified in this way, which is that of masculine proclivity. Your planet Mercury and Mars also identify as masculine, whereas Venus and Jupiter identify as feminine. In this way, all species born upon these planets have been birthed and flourish as either masculine or feminine energies. We wish to make this distinct difference between the two polarities. Within this combined soul essence of male and female aspects, there are further divisions where beings, when divided into what you might call twin flames at the soul level, divide these energies in various permutations and combinations. Thus, the percentage of how one perceives themselves would have variations within these permutations and combinations. One can identify as a higher percentage feminine quality, while the other with a lower feminine quality, and vice versa. This does not take place in the animal, plant, or insectoid species. There is what is called parthenogenesis, which occurs in certain reptilian species, but this has a direct link to their origins and that of the angelic form known as the seraphim. With the spectrum of proclivity to feminine and masculine attributes quite unlimited, beings are able to explore the spectrum of both sexual aspects outlined by their pre-incarnational plan. You are then incarnated within the body of either a male or a female, with the technology that is built within those bodies as designed by the Creator to match your incarnational plan and discover these areas of your being within the school called the earth plane, within the third dimensional experience. However, what we are encountering upon your earth plane at this time is a very inverted, degraded, and flawed attribute to these explorations as a human being. Your systems of government and social systems are dictating how you live your lives and are attempting to alter the very fabric of your mind by introducing you into their skewed way of thinking. They are demeaning and dishonoring the technology of the body that you were birthed with by asking you to choose surgeries to alter the very fabric of what you created as a pre-incarnational plan. We do not see the gender alteration surgeries as a method to experience the Creator within your incarnation. Ask yourself, why would the Creator, who is a spark within you, wish to endure pain and suffering to identify its own form of sexuality? These proclivities are already hardwired or built within your DNA. You do not need any external force to dictate whether you need to have your genitals mutilated or altered by expensive and life-altering surgeries. If you are born within a female body and you feel that you identify as a male, then embrace it with all your heart, and vice versa. Dive deeply into your heart, tune into your own DNA, and you will find the answers within. You do not need the laws of the land to tell you how to live comfortably in your own body that you chose and designed to live within prior to your birthing on this planet. Love whomever you wish to love, be it a man or a woman. You were designed to love unconditionally, and so if you truly follow your heart, you will be guided to the right partner that fits your pre-incarnational plan on a divine and higher dimensional level. You don't need to sever body parts in order to find a life partner or to satisfy social norms. If you are struggling and feeling lost, go within, tune into your heart and allow for your emotions to settle, and tune into the whispers of your higher self, and you will be divinely guided. There is no need for drama or heartache and creating emotional stress and waging war within your own body, speech, and mind complex. Your body is a temple. Honor it, as it is a divine technology offered to you to go through your life as an exploration of the Creator within this physical incarnation. You are unique and you are special. Look at yourself in the mirror and honor the feminine aspect of you. Honor the masculine aspect of you. Find the beauty in the combination of both as they appear in your everyday life. Create a healthy balance between these two energies and you will find peace. There is no need to struggle. We would like to go back to the concept of parthenogenesis and the origin of the seraphim. These beings were created out of the energy of the Creator to form the dragon lineage and the various species you see in your world today that could be termed as alligators, lizards, and other such creatures, which are direct descendants from this original species. The original angelic form known as the seraphim were the original spark of the Creator, created as a higher dimensional being that was fully cognizant and aware as a being in the form roughly presented to you visually as a dragon. It did not speak like humans do, however, it had all other cognitive senses attributed to a higher dimensional being, like telepathy, clairvoyance or clear seeing, clairaudience or clear hearing, clairsentience or clear feeling, clairalience or clear smelling, clairgustance or clear tasting, and claircognizance or clear knowing. This being came into existence quite early during the creation and evolutionary process, around the time when dinosaurs first came into existence. This creature was birthed out of much love between the two creator aspects of all that is and Sophia. When this energy came into existence, they bestowed upon this being not only the senses mentioned above, but they gave this being a responsibility that would reach far across time and space. This responsibility was to ensure that the energies of all that is and Sophia remain intact and not be tarnished by any circumstances or events that took place moving forward. This has remained true through the evolution, or what you might call the passing of time. There have been many changes, however, in that it has, through its own evolution, this being expanded and multiplied. The original essence of the dragon energy has remained intact. The angelic forms that you might have heard of in your historical or mythological stories of the seraphim are a direct descendant of this being. The purity of this form morphed into the cherubic shape and form of the classic angel you know of today. There are hierarchies within this lineage, with the highest aspect being that of the original seraphim in the form of the dragon. As a design template, this energy contains within its essence the aspect of parthenogenesis, and so it was able to birth and create new realities of all kinds. The absolute rule was that it could create new universes and galaxies, and allow for its creatures to live in peace and harmony upon its planes, as long as the overall energy of these planes existed within the higher dimensional aspect of the 12th dimension. In this way, these universes and galaxies that were created by this seraphim dragon were of a very high vibration, and the earliest creatures to live within these realms were only that of winged cherubs. As evolution continued and assistance was required in other realms, these cherubs were called upon to serve the 4 archangels within the 4 quadrants of the entire created cosmos. One other aspect of the dragon seraphim's template within the parthenogenesis aspect was that it could, as a collaborative measure with all that is and Sophia, give birth to a being without the traditional act of intercourse or mating. Through this process, this being is able to bless the female or mother being and its womb by bringing forth a creation of its species as an offspring without the interaction of its counterpart or male aspect. The early creations of these beings were overseen by both All That Is and Sophia, and they were pleased with this unique ability. It was used in creating many beings that are of a very high vibration and purpose, whose sole attributes are to guard all beings against contamination of their soul essence or species. A prime example of such a birth would be the being you know as Mother Mary, the mother of the one you know as Jesus. This being was created of this high birth, born into the realms created by the seraphim dragon, and evolved as an adept serving the many until a decision was made for her own exploration and that of All That Is and Sophia to have a human incarnation upon the earth plane. And so this being was birthed with the spark of this very highly charged energy of the seraphim dragon energy. Her pre-incarnate plan was to give birth to a parthenogenesis infant who would be birthed to demonstrate the balance between the polarity of masculine and feminine energies. But above all, this being was also to provide an understanding to the many of the true nature of all that is, by demonstrating the aspect of unconditional love and compassion as experienced through the divine masculine aspect. The being known to you as Mother Mary gave birth to Jesus as a virgin birth, which was chronicled in your history books through this process of parthenogenesis, as she was blessed to be of the seraphim dragon lineage, and this was her incarnational plan and choice to experience this during her life on the earth plane. However, the true essence of this being and her experience on the earth plane has been very poorly misjudged, as with the impressions of her child, Jesus. Not only is the heritage of her incarnation as a higher dimensional being misunderstood and tarnished by your religious beliefs, the heritage of her seraphim dragon lineage tarnished with it as an appendage. There is a flawed aspect that is quite nauseating even to this being, and is quite apparent to all of us higher dimensional beings, as we view the way in which this being is remembered upon your earth plane. None of these ascended masters, All That Is or Sophia, wish to be adored, worshipped, or have offered an individual's bleeding heart and body as a sacrifice or to be appeased. This is just not the way. Mother Mary was raised up on a pedestal by the Romans who ruled the land at the time, in order to vilify and tarnish the true teachings of Jesus and his followers. They assigned scribes to rewrite many of the published works of his and his disciples' teachings. They banished others, like the writings of the true partner of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, who had intimate knowledge of the divine truth, of not only Mother Mary's true heritage, but that of her own incarnational path as a descendant of this dragon lineage, and the truth of her beloved's incarnational purpose upon the earth plane. These scribes that were recruited by the Romans were instructed to tamper with the context and the true essence of the teachings of these divine beings. These tarnished writings are the origins of much of what is written in your Bible, which is truly unfortunate, as they have been upheld as the foundation of many of the population's religious beliefs in your present day and age. Mother Mary is a high priestess within the Seraphim dragon lineage, and she has trained many that have succeeded in this lineage as ascended masters upon your earth plane, and so her reverence among the higher dimensionals are truly honored for these accomplishments alone. When our collectives glance over to compare how you revere this being, it is truly a dagger in our collective hearts. The manner in which this being is subjected to litanies of sorrowful pleas and prayers that are uttered just for the sake of saying the words have no depth, meaning, understanding, or impact, and are a true waste of time. Yes, of course, she has impacted many thousands and thousands of beings upon your plane. She is, of course, in service to the Creator, and it is within her DNA, so to speak, to be of service. She has appeared as apparitions of her human form to quite a few, and again these instances and events have since been dramatized, skewed, and created into memorial events that are not quite necessary. We wish for nothing more to speak to you on a level of being a peer or a friend to you. We are no more honorable or above you in any way. We are all a spark of the Creator, just in different aspects of our evolution. We do turn back to assist and pave the way for those following us, so that your path is more at peace and at ease. We do not wish to be worshipped, adored, or revered as gods or goddesses, for what comes naturally for us, and this is to assist you with love in our hearts. There is absolutely no merit to any of this act of worship. We have seen deals being made by the many in their darkest hour, proclaiming and beseeching to trade favors for extreme sacrifices from Mother Mary and Jesus. This is quite unnecessary. These beings are completely aware of your situation and will be in a better position to help you if you are able to help yourself. We will outline how you may do this and perhaps give you a perspective of how you might truly honor these beings and all ascended masters. The truth is that all of the ascended masters who have lived on your plane and have achieved this title of ascended masters are merely beings who have dedicated their lives to living authentically and discovering for themselves their true connection to the Creator. They have gained mastery over their physical body and have aligned their energies with the higher aspect of their light body. This is it, the truth of their ascension. Through this connection to the higher energy of their light body, which is directly connected to the Creator, they have aligned their unique frequency vibration with the higher energies and with their higher self, and surrendered to living the remainder of their lives upon the earth plane from this higher perspective. With divine guidance from their higher self, they are then blessed with the expansive knowledge, understanding, and wisdom from the universal library or the Akashic records of the ones that walked the path before them, and they were afforded guidance based on their own unique pre-incarnational design template. If you can imagine, prior to the birth of an ascended master, they, much like you, would have collaborated with guides and other ascended masters in preparing a roadmap for their incarnation on the earth plane. As the entry is made into the third dimensional aspect, the rule of amnesia is applied, and so you do not remember your pre-incarnational plan. However, if you do follow your gut instinct, which is divinely designed to trigger within you at optimal times so that you are then guided to make a choice and follow the path of these divinely placed instincts. This path, if chosen, then paves the way for you to develop your nervous system so that your energies are realigned with your connection to the Creator, and it is fine-tuned and enhanced, and your connection to your higher self becomes activated and is online for you to choose to engage with this energy as a guide as you continue on your path. This is how the Ascended Masters were then able to very quickly, through these, what you may call downloads, instantly remembered their pre-incarnational plan with the Creator, and they were able to instantly align and shift their perspective to consciously live a life of service to their true path and to achieving their original pre-incarnational template. They did not fall to their knees and offer sacrifices and kiss the feet of some god or statue representing the Creator. They humbled themselves in gratitude and went within their hearts to restore their connection to the Creator. Their true roadmap resided within their own hearts, and this is the greatest truth that we can offer you. You are each already ascended masters and hold this potential within your DNA. All you have to do is tune into your heart, hear the feeble voice of your higher self, and strengthen that voice in every present moment within your life. You will receive your miracle. You do not need to pray or offer any sacrifices to any gods and belittle yourself and your authentic self with these tarnished rituals. Meditate instead, listen to high vibrational music, go for a walk in your garden, appreciate the beauty around you, engage with your loved ones. This is your prayer and your connection to the Creator. We hope that you will receive our very passionate discourse with an open heart, as we only wish to engage with you on the same level as we see ourselves. We would love to talk to you and debate with you and find the inner workings of your pure mind. You are each unique in your own aspect of the Creator. Embrace this and not the tainted offerings of your corrupt world. Go within, find your own true inner light, and nurture this with a tender, loving heart, as you would a baby or a pet. Be kind to yourself, and you will be well on your way to being your own true Ascended Master. The Ascended Masters are waiting in the wings of your journey home to guide you and to truly speak to you. So take this opportunity to truly get to know them from your heart, not from the space of worship, sacrifice, and adoration. This is a false concept and a flawed belief system. We will end this discourse here for now, but will offer you a short meditation to soothe your heart and allow for you to heal the wounds of your past and the misconception of these Ascended Masters who have walked the earth plane before you. Please take a deep breath in closing your eyes and allow for your energies to settle. Allow for a few more breaths to fill your lungs as you feel the breath enter your being and calm your entire body from the tip of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Move your attention to any area within your body that is feeling stuck or stiff, and breathe into this area, feeling the tension release with your out breath. Continue now to gently breathe in and out as you begin to feel lighter within your being. Move your attention now as you focus on your third eye and the area on your forehead between your eyes, housed just behind where the bridge of your nose begins its journey. Focus your attention here for a few breaths and allow for your breath to become a calm rhythm. Imagine now a pristine white light coming into your imagination at this focal point, and enter into your being through this portal. Allow for this light to be breathed into your body, feeling its purity as it permeates all areas of your body, washing over you and washing away all of the false belief systems you have been presented with in your life, whether through ancestral belief systems, societal or governmental. Allow for all of these to be removed and released from your DNA, from this lifetime and all of your past lifetimes. Releasing now these energies with every out breath. Imagining these energies leaving your body as dark smoke evaporating and leaving your being to disappear into the pristine white light that is now permeating all around your body, enveloping you in this divine glow and embrace. Continue to breathe in and out, allowing for these dark energies to dissipate and leave your body. If you feel or experience tingling sensations or thoughts that might try to distract you, just allow for these intrusions to float away, keeping your focus on your breath and the light around you and within you, bathing you in its beauty and lightness. Now gently release your focus on this light, offering this energy a sense of gratitude for the peace that you feel in your heart and for the lightness it has offered you. Bring your awareness slowly and gently back into your body and back into the room you are in right now, gently becoming aware of your fingers and toes and your connection to the physical world. Take a deep cleansing breath in and out. Breathe into this space of lightness as you contemplate the sensations within your being as a result of this meditation. We encourage you to journal and document any thoughts, feelings, sensations, visions you might have experienced during this meditation, and explore this through the lens of what you have discovered during this transmission. We will leave you now in peace and joy as you continue on your path as a true ascended master, in your own authentic right as a spark of the Creator. Blessings. Greetings. We are a group of interdimensional beings speaking to you on behalf of the Galactic Federation, and more importantly, we represent the wishes of all that is. Today, we would like to speak about procreation. This subject is a very misunderstood subject on your earth plane. To us as beings of a higher dimension, the act of procreation is very sacred, and it is a blessed union of two souls coming together for the purpose of expanding their race and for the combining of energies to foster growth on their evolutionary path. Over the course of your unfortunate slavery by the Draco-Reptilian and Orion Grey races, your connection to this sacred act has become tainted and depraved. We see the devastation that has been rendered upon your society. We see that it has diminished the sacredness of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. These two energies exist as two halves of what represents a complete soul energy. These energies are incarnated into the physical body to represent the impressions of these two polarities. Under normal circumstances, and as the evolutionary process would progress, a soul prior to incarnation would choose its life's purpose. During this time of divine planning, much thought and consideration is undertaken by the Oversoul and many guides and light beings under the guidance of all that is. Once a decision is made about the attribute of sexuality that the soul will portray, a decision is then made about the percentage of masculine and feminine energy this particular soul embodies. Let us give you an example. Imagine that a soul has lived for a few lifetimes within a male body and has not experienced itself through the female body. A choice would be made to incarnate as an 80% female body and 20% male body, incorporating experiences from previous male incarnations. In this way, the male gets to experience the feminine energy in relation to its previous male incarnations. In this way, there are many permutations and combinations that a soul may choose prior to incarnation to have as its unique experience. The dark forces that have enslaved your earth plane for many thousands of years, in the form of the Draco-Reptilian and Orion Greys, have inverted all that is sacred in relation to sexuality and procreation. All that is at the time of creation put much effort and contemplation into creating the human body in its perfection. It took parts of many of its most prized creations and endowed these traits to the human body while giving this creation its most enhanced form, the brain and its intelligence. The enemy, however, wishes to invert all of this. And so they have attempted to do this on every possible level that they can. These reptilian beings are highly developed in the root chakra area, which is the energy of fear, survival, and sexuality. They have used this knowledge to incorporate their depravity upon the human race on many levels. We will concentrate on the sexual energy part in this discourse. Over the course of many thousands of your years, they have been able to fine-tune their technology with experiments in this field, and so they have, with many abductions and mind control programs, achieved their goal. We will outline some of the areas we have seen that these programs have infiltrated your social fabric, thus inflicting these inverted practices upon your mind so that you are led to think of these actions as normal, deviating you from your true divine selves. The divine feminine and divine masculine are meant to interact with each other in a dance of energies that challenge but also provide for ways of discovering unconditional love for the other. This can be achieved through verbal interactions, sexual interactions, social and other means of communication. As these interactions increase, the emotional levels within each increase, and the level of frequency energy created as a union rises as the soul spark is ignited to create a bonding on a higher level of consciousness. This bonding reverberates to the higher soul and is acknowledged as an achievement on the soul's journey. During these interactions, there is respect, love, and compassion, and yes, a lot of passion. If for some reason the relationship does not work out, a severing is done with mutual understanding and respect. What we are seeing in our exposure to your society over the last few years is a remarkable disrespect for, first of all, the precious life that you have. It then translates into the respect that you have for each other and your chosen partner if you have one. We see that there is much strife within relationships, and the fabric of your family union is one of dysfunction and neglect. The dictates of your society are not towards your spiritual growth or raising your frequency. It is instead directed towards gathering wealth, social standing, and how to attract a good-looking partner. Once you have achieved this, you then enter into a marriage or relationship. For some time, things are, as you say, in the honeymoon phase, after which you become complacent and you begin to regard your partner as you would an object. Your objective as a couple, in some circumstances, might be to have children, and so you do. As the children come along, in most cases, they become a burden. They are sent off to daycare or to school, and you go on with your life of getting rich and paying the bills. Your sexual life becomes a matter of bodily needs. When you wish to procreate, you do it out of a drive as dictated by your body or social situations. We are sorry if we are painting a dire picture, but these images are some of the depravities we see and experience from our perspective. The further inversion of your sexual practices is the pornographic industry and your video game industry. There are other aspects of this seen in the film, modeling, and prostitution industries that are rife in sex trafficking and sexual abuse. The dark energy that is generated within these fields of existence have been feeding frenzies for the Draco-Reptilian and Orion Grey beings. They feast on these low vibrational energies, and so the more depraved and degrading the actions, the better for them. We understand the argument that you had no choice and that you were, as a species, enslaved to these creatures. This is a fact, no doubt. What we would like to offer you is a chance to set things right and to reverse the course of these deeds and these actions that have brought about this depravity on your earth plane. We encourage you to look at your individual self first. Try to go within and connect with your higher self and your higher light, trying to discern what your own individual life purpose was for during this incarnation. Look at the relationships you have with your family, your partner, and your friends. Is it one of love, understanding, and respect? Are you able to connect with them on a soul level, acknowledging them and respecting them as their very own being incarnating on this plane to experience their very own soul's purpose? Then look upon your own sexuality and try to discern if you represent the masculine or feminine energy, and what percentage of this energy it is that you represent. Embrace it all, and most importantly, reflect upon the higher vibrational traits of these individual energies. The feminine energy was created to be nurturing and caring, expansive in joy and creativity. And when this energy is in its complete expression, it is able to feel safe, supported, loved, abundant, fulfilled, in peace and confident. The masculine energy was created to be one of protection, patient, present, open-hearted, filled with integrity, responsible, filled with drive and the ability to support and experience the creativity of life. When these two forces come together in their various permutations and combinations, they make for a powerful divine combination as they support each other in these areas in harmony and in joy. They become aware through these interactions of a higher infinite power, and so their sexual energy is also exchanged in this higher vibrational knowing, which makes for an enhanced experience physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. We would like to end this transmission for today and wish for you to live in peace and harmony. Blessings.